Alright guys, welcome to the video today. So in this video I'm going to be going over a little setup I've been using for the past few days, and it's actually been working really well. So I've been playing like zone control. It doesn't really matter what I've been playing. I've kind of switched it up, so I've gotten like zone control, normal control, whatever it may be, and I've been doing pretty well, and I wanted to kind of share what I'm using and kind of explain to you why I think it's a pretty good setup. So the first thing I'm using right now in this game is Clever Dragon. The majority of my good games actually wasn't using it. I'm not quite sure why I had it on. I think the game before this was like Shores of Time, but my main setup is Matador with full auto. For some reason I really like full auto on Hunter. What I kind of noticed is when I played Warlock, full auto didn't feel the best. It felt like I didn't really have any way out if my first, because if you didn't know, full auto, it increases the fire rate, and obviously you can hold down the trigger and it'll keep shooting, but the main thing, the big hitter, is that the spread gets a lot wider. So you're gonna notice that although it's not gonna like drastically change, because they did implement a recent patch that kind of changed that and limited it, so the spread isn't quite as bad as it was before, but it's definitely still noticeable, and you're gonna hit marker people a little bit more often, not like crazily more often, but you're definitely gonna notice a little bit more of an inconsistency. But with the Hunter jump, like you can, because I run better control, by the way, you can really just kind of get out of the way if you miss that first shot, and if you can't get out of the way, if you're bumping off like roofs and all that, then they're not gonna be able to shoot you, because if you've played against a Hunter that's bouncing off the roof, it's so weird to look at. It's super hard to shoot, and I just enjoy using it. So I'm running IS Luna, I'm running Matador, full auto. What I'm also running, I'm running Gunslinger. Gunslinger is a big one. I don't know if any of you remember this or not. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will, but trip mines and throwing knives, for some reason, no one ever called for it, but for some reason they were nerfed around 2 to 3 months ago, and ever since then the damage on both of them has been put down a little bit and lowered. So it's not like anything drastic, it doesn't change too much. And like, if we're being honest, like, they got rid of the whole like sticking people, and the satisfaction of throwing a trip mine and just sticking it between someone's eyes was like the most satisfying thing ever. But it really didn't make the class any better. It was kind of like a novelty kill, and getting rid of that novelty kill, yes, you're gonna get one less kill every once in a while, but it's not really gonna make the class any worse, definitively. And that's kind of why I still use it. And the damage output is still very nice. So if you know where someone's coming from, especially in a mode like zone control or just normal control, any 6v6 mode, you kind of have set spawns, and usually there's like kind of just like one general lane where A team or Bravo and whatever, so there's two different teams, right? You're always going to know kind of the one lane or the one general direction where the other team is coming from. And with a grenade like a trip mine, it's really useful. You can just stick it off the wall. You're going to see in a few minutes, I'm not quite sure if I have actual video of me doing it, but on Thieves Den, there's like 2 different spawns, and there's pretty much like one lane that people go to B from. And if you just throw a trip mine either on the door or on the rocks in their spawn, it like always gets kills. So for like 3v3s, it's not as reliable and it's not as good, but for any like even objective 6v6, any type of those modes, it works really well, and that's why I still use it. If we're being honest, people ran like maximum armor or maximum potential armor for the subclass anyways, so it really wasn't like you're getting too many one-shot kills with trip mines before, so it really didn't change all that much for me. The biggest reason I think that I run Golden Gun, especially in a mode like this, and it's kind of obvious to anyone who's played the game, like for me, there's a lot of games where I hop in and I'm brand new and I just kind of want to look up on YouTube what the best stuff is. But if you're playing 6v6, Golden Gun has like hands down the best super. And if you didn't know already, Deadeye is a perk that you can have on the Golden Gun. And if you ever, use combustion, or maybe it's called Gunfighter, I believe, where you regen it faster. But it's a little bit more difficult to hit people when you have that on. But if you're running a Deadeye, it is so easy. Like, I know a lot of people have asked me this question. They're wondering like, how are you so accurate with your Golden Gun, or how do you hip fire people across the map with a Golden Gun? It's not really accuracy. It's just that when you have it on, the hitbox becomes like humongous on people. I can't explain it enough, but I can't really explain it totally, but the hitbox becomes like huge. It's pretty much impossible to miss a Golden Gun. You'll see me miss a few every now and then. I just switched to like a higher sense. I'm on 7 now, but if you're playing on like a 3 or 4, I guarantee you're probably never gonna miss a Golden Gun. And the biggest key to getting a lot of kills is you don't sit on your Golden Gun. If you get map control and you're at B or whatever, you just see any sort of like darkish hue on the radar of red, just pop it and run at him, because you can be pretty confident when you have Deadeye on that you can hip fire and it'll hit him. You can aim down sights and it'll hit him, even if you're like quickly scoping in and out of aiming down sights and hip firing. As long as you have Deadeye on, you can be pretty reliable or pretty confident that your shots are actually going to hit people. So as soon as you have the supercharged, pop it, because I guarantee you, depending on what you run, you're going to get 3 to 4 kills. You can run the symbiote and that'll give you more kills, but it does change the amount of time that your golden gun is out, so that is one thing additionally to consider. The last part of my setup is my shotgun. So right now I'm running a Matador. It's widely considered the best shotgun right now. It basically has best combination of impact and range, and I'm running full auto on it. And I've been telling my teammates or anyone who's gotten the perk in the past few weeks that I hate full auto, and I truly did. When I played on Warlock, I felt like, because if anyone doesn't know, full auto basically increases your rate of fire and it lets you hold down the trigger and keep shooting, but your spread, like the circle of bullets or the package of bullets, the spread is basically getting bigger and wider, so your bullets aren't going to be as tightly packed when you shoot them as they would if you didn't have full auto on it. But a lot of players, and I noticed mainly hunters, actually enjoy using it. And I think the main reason for that is, although like on a Warlock you have a melee that you can back up any sort of like shoddy hit marker with, you don't really have anything you can get out of the way with like super quickly. Because personally I run increased control on my hunter. It's a certain type of double jump. You basically jump up super fast and you have really good directional control. So if I run around a corner, shoddy someone, hit marker him, I can quickly dodge up into the left or up into the right, or just straight up if I wanted to. But if I'm on a Warlock, if I slide at someone and I hit marker them, if I can't get a melee off, I'm pretty much screwed. So and even if you're not like in some situation where you can jump behind or over cover into safety, if you're like in some sort of corridor, like right here, like you're looking at on the map right now, if I'm jumping up and down, hitting that roof or hitting that ceiling all the time, it's very confusing and very disorienting. There's a lot of times where I played where you see like a hunter and I would get him absolute, so basically he had like 0 health left and I couldn't quite finish him off, especially if I have something like a last word. It was very common for me to just like spam my bullets, and since he's bouncing around everywhere, I couldn't hit him. So if you're playing on a hunter, especially a blade dancer, because the handling is going to be a lot better on your shoddy if you're doing it. But if you can just bounce off those wells or off those walls or off those ceilings for long enough and you can get that second shot off, then it's going to work for you. So I know I wouldn't say I recommend it completely, but if you do have one and you're debating whether or not to use it, and you play like a Warlock or a Titan, and maybe you don't like using it on your Warlock or Titan, I would say switch to a hunter for just like a few games and kind of see if it feels a little bit different. The last reason why I run Gunslinger, this is a common reason that a lot of people on my channel know of, is because of Gunslinger's Trance. It's basically a passive perk on the Gunslinger subclass skill tree, and what it allows you to do is you stack stability on all your weapons. So you don't have to get a weapon kill for the stability to start to stack. It basically stacks on any precision or headshot kill, so whether that be from a throwing knife, a shotgun, a sniper, or a primary of some sort, it starts stacking your stability. So it goes up to 3 times. I believe it lasts for 12 seconds, and if you can't get another headshot kill before that 12 seconds is over, then it will restart. So you can stack it up to 3 times. So if I get like a headshot kill, 5 seconds later, get another headshot kill, then I'm good to go, and it'll stack ×2. And it basically like keeps giving me more and more stability. It maxes out at ×3, but by the time you get there, if you have like a really good ranged weapon, like a IS Luna with rifled or some sort of high range pulse rifle or whatever, if you can max out the stability, it feels so nice, and it's so good for like farming people. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but your shot gets so crispy. I don't know if there's a little bit of a modifier to flinch. I also feel like, I just feel like even if I have perfect balance on something, I just feel a lot more confident when I have Gunslinger's Trance out. So that's kind of why I use it. I've been using the setup for a little bit now, but I did want to include the whole like full auto shoddy and the trip mine thing, because a lot of people don't run trip mine anymore. Incendiary is a solid nade. If you're new to FPSs or you're new to Destiny and you're used to some sort of like traditional frag grenade, then maybe start off with that. But since I've been using trip mines for like since the beginning of time, I still love using them. So that's kind of my setup. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. I've actually been playing Battlefield 1 a ton recently, and I've actually been doing pretty good. I've had like 40 kill games, 50 kill games. I've been playing TDM. I've been getting like 20 and 1 games. So if you want to see any of that, let me know in the comment section down below, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Peace.